All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the SIG Docs new contributor meet and greet call. Today is December 3rd, and yeah, this call happens on the first Tuesday of every month, and this is the call for the month of December. Uh, Before we start, I'll like to mention that as part of the Kubernetes community, we abide by the CNCF code of conduct. So it basically boils down to be excellent with each other. All right, with that out of the way, we can start with the call. So usually the attendance in these calls is like very low, and usually what we do is we go around introducing ourselves, and like if anybody is trying to get started with making their first contribution to the Kubernetes documentation, we provide support to like help them out and help them create their first pull request and like help them get onboarded to contributing to SIGDocs. All right, so I can introduce myself. We only have two attendees on the call today. My name is Riya Venkatesh. I'm part of the Kubernetes community for about 2 years now, I think. Uh, yeah, I've been hosting these calls for like a couple of months now. Uh, I'm mostly active in SIG release. I'm part of the release team for the past couple of releases. And yeah, I am also like part of a SIG contributor experience where I help write the last week in Kubernetes development newsletter. Uh, yeah, that is pretty much about me. Yeah, Koti, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Shriram. And yeah, so this was very first call for me in this community. So I've been in the community like last over around 5 6 years. I'm pretty much active in PyCon communities PyCon India, PyCon US, PyCon APAC, and various other global PyCons. I volunteer and I manage a lot of roles pre-conference and during conference, post-conference on those. I'm yeah, particularly in related to Kubernetes community. It's like a long-term due for me. I just wanted to start this thing from very long time, but couldn't able to manage, and somehow I am here, and yeah, I, like not as a documented thing, but yeah, a lot of KCDs. I spoke at various KCDs, and I did volunteer for like various KCDs for the on-ground volunteering and all. Yeah, but yeah, like I mentioned, nothing is documented as such. So now I thought, okay, let's take some time and put it in a proper way. So that's where I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome to this call, and welcome to the community as well. Uh, so we were talking before the recording started. Actually, Koti and I, we had met at KCD Kerala earlier this year, and yeah, regarding what you said, I wouldn't go as far to say that your work is not documented because the all the work that you've done for KCD and like all the talks that you've given still I would still count them as like documented proof that you're part of the community. Uh, yeah, and like it is interesting that you mentioned PyCon. Like like we probably have like a couple of mutual friends through there. I know that Ryan and Nabarun and all were like part of the PyCon
Yes, yes.
organizing community this year. Yeah, I was speaking to Ryan about. All right. So usually what happens is people like new contributors who join this call would have uh, we don't have any particular agenda for this call. We just have like a conversation and try to answer as many questions as possible if people have any questions. But there are a couple of things that I usually like the kind of repetitive things that I share in this call. Maybe I can over that
Sure.
quickly.
Yeah, yeah, please.
So you probably might already be familiar with this. but I'll just go over them just in case if somebody is looking at the recording. Uh, we have like the Kubernetes slash website repository in GitHub. This is where all the code for our Kubernetes website and the documentation reside. So the actual like the web application for this like this website itself and all the content for all the documentation, all of this resides in this Kubernetes website repository. And yeah, I know you're already pretty familiar with this because I also saw that you're working on the internationalization for the Telugu language, which was also another thing I wanted to mention in the call on the recording, which is a good like opportunity to contribute for new contributors. And yeah, so this is the website. People create issues here, and we have a team of issue wranglers who go through all these issues and triage them. Like you can see, some of these issues have the label triage accepted. Some of the newer ones have needs triage label. This means that a reviewer still needs to look at this issue and like mark it as whether or not we actually need to work on this issue. And we also have a lot of labels to like filter through these issues. So all the like the internationalization uh, issues which are specific to a particular language, they all have their own labels. So if you search for uh, language slash HI, you will be able to find all the issues related to the Hindi language and so on. And for new contributors, we also have help wanted labels as well as good first issue labels, with which you can find like issues which might be suitable for new contributors. And coming to pull requests, again, the pull requests also have a PR wrangler role. So if you go to the wiki in the Kubernetes website repository, you will be able to find more information about how you can like contribute. This just links to the Kubernetes website, which again links to the contributor, like the Kubernetes contributors website, which is kubernetes.dev. You can find like information on how you can. So this particular website is like, completely geared towards contributors. So you can find information on how you can like what do you say, get started with contributing, like how you can set up the repository locally and run the website locally and so on. And this is not just for the documentation, this is for the entire Kubernetes project. So, yeah, sorry, you were saying something?
No, I said, okay, got it. I said,
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and the Kubernetes website wiki page also has information on like localization, and I'm not sure if this is up to date. This is 2017, but you should be able to find it in the agenda. So let me just open the agenda. Yeah, this is the same document as that of the SIG docs meetings. Usually, I don't add like meeting notes for the new contributor call because most of it is like repetitive uh, content, and I don't want to like I guess I can still document everything, but usually we don't have notes. This is how it was before I started hosting these calls also. So because of that reason, we don't usually take notes, but yeah, you should be able to find all the new updates related to all the work that is going on in SIG docs here. Like things like the localization efforts and so on. And yeah, coming back to this page again, you will be able to find information on PR wranglers and issue wranglers here. So issue wranglers are, as I mentioned earlier, the people who go through all the issues and like triage them. So these are done by like this work is done by like people who are already reviewers and approvers in SIGDocs. And PR wranglers, uh, the PR wrangler role itself is done by people who are like reviewers or approvers. But PR Wrangler program has a shadow position, which you can apply if you would like to like work with one of the SIG docs reviewers and like learn what is like happening, and you can get familiar with how the Kubernetes documentation is maintained, and uh, this is a good opportunity for new contributors to like get started contributing to the Kubernetes documentation. So for this year, all these slots are like taken up, but uh, this page would be updated soon. Once like towards the end of the year, this page would be updated, and we'll have like new slots. So if you would like to shadow, then you can like reach out to this, like if you'd like to shadow for a particular week, you can reach out to the person who is responsible for that week's PR wrangling, either in Slack, yeah, mostly in Slack. So this is their Slack username. So you should be able to like reach out to people, and yeah, they should be able to help you with
Okay, okay, got
helping
it.
with getting to start contributing. And if I open the SIG Docs channel here, if you're not already part of it, I'm just mentioning this for the sake of like documenting this in the call.
Yeah,
Like you
I
can
think
join the SIG Docs.
yeah, I joined yesterday. So Soko added me yesterday.
Mm.
So
Awesome.
yeah, you see that message, right? That is
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Uh, so there are a couple of channels. There is SIGDocs localizations. I'm not part of that. There is SIGDocs blog, which is related to all the work related to the blogs that are published in the Kubernetes website, and we also have like the regular SIGDocs channel. So all these channels are related to SIGDocs and discussion related to the documentation and the website take place here. So joining this channel and like being on the lookout for messages from people like Tim Bannister and all also helps you to like, find good first issues to contribute. So usually when there are any like good first issues here, people post the uh, like they post a call for help here. That's also a good way to get started with contributing to Kubernetes.
okay, okay. So usually in the SIGDocs channel itself, they'll be posting, and from there we can pick it up. Is it?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, this is everything that I wanted to mention. One more thing that I have on my mind is the new contributor orientation call. So this is something that was started by SIG contributor experience like two months ago, I think. So on the every third Tuesday of the month, I believe. Uh, I'm not sure whether the call was cancelled for this week. I'll need to check my email because I did. Yeah, I'll just check it now.
I saw a couple of meetings from a SIG contributors, bi-weekly meeting and weekly contributors meeting.
Right. Yeah, let me just open the calendar here. Yeah. So there is a new contributor orientation call that happens on the third Tuesday, if I'm not wrong. Let me look at the month view. Yeah, I'm not able to find it in the calendar here. I think it was like cancelled this month. I'll confirm that and I'll get back to you. But there is a new contributor orientation call that is uh, like that covers the entire aspect of the Kubernetes project and not just SIG docs. So this call, even though it is for new contributors, it is uh, geared specifically towards people who want to contribute to the documentation. And we don't, although I like if people have questions, we do try to help them out and like help them make their first contribution. But if people have any very specific questions, like how can they get started with contributing to any particular SIG, which is not like SIG docs, then that is the more appropriate place, and that is run by folks from contributor experience, Caslin and Matthew, and they have a whole slide deck where they go through all the aspects of the project and how you can get started contributing to it. So I think this the previous month also the call was like rescheduled because of KubeCon. Yeah, this one, like the monthly Kubernetes. Sorry. Yeah, I think the call was. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not able to find the mute button. It's all right. Uh, yeah, so this call was rescheduled uh, because of KubeCon, but you should be able to find the agenda. I think it is here. Like there is a slide deck that was what I wanted to show. I can't seem to like open it here. Yeah, again, this also I'll get back to you. I'll send you the
Yeah, no worries.
slide deck. Yeah, so they have like a very comprehensive slide deck where they go through all the aspects of how you can get started contributing to Kubernetes. Um, yeah, so that
Okay,
is
got it.
pretty much everything I had. You can still see my screen, right? Is my screen
Yeah, yeah,
visible?
yeah. I can see. Yeah.
Okay. But I can't seem to find the controls for the screen sharing. So I'm not sure if my screen is being shared and how I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
stop it.
Okay.
Um,
Uh,
uh, okay, yeah, I can find it now. All right.
uh,
Yeah, so it was like everything was kind of all over the place. Forgive me for that. And yeah, also sorry for like starting the call a bit late today. I'm still setting up everything after I lost my like work email. Uh, yeah, so if you have anything else, we can talk about right now.
uh,
I'm free.
yeah, I mean, nothing specific. So the first contribution is like I made a like dummy PR to contributor playground. And that
Hmm.
is approved, like that will be the first thing, right? Or like so right now. I just wanted to quickly understand on the label. So, like you mentioned, if it is labeled as help, like what is triage completed, then it is ready to take it up, is it?
Yes. So
Okay.
even if an issue is labeled as needs triage, you can still like if you would like to work on it, and if you think that that is an issue that is worth working on,
Mhm.
you can probably ping like any of these SIG docs, like reviewers or approvers. They should be able to help you with triaging the issue. So it is not that like you cannot work on issues that are not triaged, but uh, like issues that
Mhm.
are triaged have a higher probability of getting accepted if you open a pull request. So if you want to work on any particular issue, and if it is not triaged, you can like post that issue on the SIG docs channel and ask like ask any of the approvers like if you can work on this issue, and people would be able to help you with it.
Okay. And more or less, like on this website only, like we need to find these issues, right? Like, is there any other place? Right now, I saw only like Hindi and Japanese language only, all the issues.
Okay, I'll share my screen again just so that I can go to the
Okay.
repository. Uh, yeah, you were saying that you are only able to find Hindi and Japanese uh,
Yeah,
issues
I
in
mean,
the this page,
uh,
right?
correct. When I filtered based on the good first issue, then I was
Okay,
okay.
right.
I'll try to remove that maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So like as like all of these are related to documentation only, right?
Yes, yeah. Most of these issues are related to documentation. Also, we also get issues which are related to the website itself. So the Kubernetes website is written in like it is using like Hugo framework, I believe, like the Hugo static site generator. So we do occasionally get issues which are related to like the web development side of things. And I believe there is a label called area web development.
Okay, yeah, I can see
Yeah,
some.
yeah. So there are issues related to like the templates themselves and like how the documentation is rendered and all of that. So that is also something. So this is not like you won't be working with the docs itself, but you'll be like working on the actual website. This is also a thing. And regarding the good first issue, like right now, if you filter for good first issue, I see that we have like very few issues, and all of these are like either Hindi or Japanese, like you mentioned,
Yeah.
and most of like all of them already have an assignee. So an issue
Mm-hmm.
having an assignee doesn't mean that you cannot work on it. Like you can ask the person if they're still working on it. Like I see issues which are like really old, which needs to be worked upon, but somebody has assigned it to themselves, and they're not able to get back to it. So we can probably ping the person and message in the thread that you are interested in working on an issue. uh, Again, like about good first issue, like uh, there are issues here which are like actually good first issues, but they might not be labeled as such. Uh,
Okay.
so you can always like look at an issue, and if it is something that uh, well, even if you're not like 100% sure about it, if you'd like to work on it, you can ask for help from any of the uh, reviewers or approvers, and like the people who take part in SIG docs, and everybody would be able to like they everyone would be happy to help you out making that contribution. So it
Okay.
doesn't necessarily have to be labeled as a good first issue. Uh, that is done by people. So while they triage the issue, so uh, there are issues which are good first issues, but are not necessarily marked as good first issues. So it all depends on what you would like to uh, contribute to. Like since the documentation is very vast, there might be uh, like some area that you have knowledge about and you would like to uh, like you are capable of like contributing to, or even if you want to do some research before you contribute, that is also like perfectly fine. You can ask for help in the issue thread, asking like is like if you have any idea, like if you have a uh, like an idea of what you need to do, you can ask in the issue or in the SIG docs channel in Slack if this is the change that you need to make for this particular issue, and people would be able to like point you in the right direction.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, that is pretty much everything.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sriram.
Yeah, thanks to you too. Thanks for all the work that you're uh, doing in the localization. I had shared it with one person I know who is from Andhra Pradesh, I believe. Uh, yeah, they're from somewhere near Hyderabad, I believe. So uh,
Okay.
I had sent them the link asking them if they knew Telugu. So they said they'll take a look at it. Yeah, and
Okay.
uh, yeah, like, happy that you joined the call and you found something useful.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the TikToks community. Uh, all right. Thanks everyone on YouTube. I'll stop the recording now. Potty, do you have anything else that you want to discuss on the recording?
No, nothing else. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stop the recording now. Yeah, thanks everyone.